Good evening, friends. Oh, I didn't see all you guys in here. Sorry. Adjusting charts. Trying to get fast enough for the open here. Can't type. We got a few minutes left here, about 6 minutes. What's up, dudes? Hi, friends. What's going on, Anthony? What's up, Zach? New norm? I hope so. Whenever I got time, I just like to hop on, if I can. We got the kiddos a lot, and I'd rather spend time with them. But if they're not here and they're at a birthday party, I'll be on the feuds. I'll be on the trade. If they're here, I'll be drawing pictures and playing with Play-Doh. Priorities, Play-Doh. Target longs. All right, guys, we look for that last GP tag. Remember, like we always do, I just put a YouTube video. You're not going to have time to watch it, but target long is going to be the 1618. T2 most likely up here if we get the long. I don't know what's going to happen here, but like we always set up for, we can get a trade. We're going to watch the 1 minute and the 5. I'm going to change this chart so it's not all wonky. Make some new things over here. 1 minute. All right, 5 minute. We'll stay over here with the labels on the right side. 1 minute. We're just going to kind of watch here. We're going to plan to get up to 50-50 area. Long targets on the range bound here, up here. I'd like to get up to the 50-50. Obviously, the market's always going to do what it wants. We got to watch out for this zone right here. And it's going to be 5K over under, obviously. Massive diversions. Massive half hold out. A big psychological level back down here to 5K. Could just be a wash. We'll see, man. We'll see. Doesn't matter to me. We're going to be able to trade the first 1, 5, and 15 like always. Huge over under. We'll get a scalp regardless. Got about 4 minutes here. I'm going to be paying attention more or less to the 5. We might play a quick 1 minute or over there. We'll see. We'll see. Probably going to trade some MES as the VIX is like 50 again, right? Yeah, close at 53. Massive gap points to push up. Yeah, we'll see. We might get it down. We'll see. What's up, guys? So the main course of action is to look above yesterday's lows. We got that targeted off of the gold fibs on the bottom, like I like to do. Anything above 49.40 and 23 cents. Notice we don't have a golden pocket tag here, okay? Right here, this last 5 minute candle, we'll fib it out here, or not fib it out, channel the Fibonacci out. Big purple zone right there. That's what you're looking at, that long sentiment up to GP. So we got in between 5,000 and 50.80. I'm only going to go for the 1618, obviously, but the big target long labeled right there. Above yesterday's close is long biased as well for that breakout. We're going to see where it opens again. We have no idea where you should open way up here. We could have had a bunch of orders come in and won't be a trade day. We won't trade anything up there. So we'll see if we get the opening trade or not. Because we got some 5 minute no tag GPs right there. That's the one that we fibbed out there. It's funny because the 15 is perfectly fine, but the 5 minute here on ES anyway. NQ obviously always a little different there, but NQ's got the 50 tag on this one. ES does not. So this last 5 minute right here at 14:50 Central Time, we fibbed out a high-low 5 minute right there, and looking for the upside. Again, we have no idea where the future is going to open, but if they open low or in line, like right around here, we could build support off the golden pocket and find some momentum to the upside. I will be doing that trade for sure. Yeah, she's coming out. What do we got? 58. 1 more minute. And again, we don't take trades until the last minute candle is done anyway, so we got another whole 2 minutes. I like to see the first candle minute, and then I play the GP. And you guys see me do that a lot, or on the recaps where on the last couple seconds of a candle, if the candle opens up here like this on the 1 minute chart, it goes bonkers like this, and it starts filling up green. The last 15 seconds of the candle up here, I'll short it back down into the GP. A lot of the time, depending on what the speed looks like, the range, where it opens, psychological numbers. I mean, all the catalysts. Per the usual, we just got to watch. And we react. Remember, we don't predict. That's what poor people do. We react. That's what rich people do. Plug the own phone ski in here. 20 seconds still open-ish. What's up, guys? Holy. Gotta junk that option scanner. All right, we're on some MES on the Express accounts down here. We open directly in line. So again, the first minute, don't really matter. Directly in line, though. So if we get a GP down there, or if we break out over yesterday's close, whatever, we got 2 instances here. NQ opened up. Did it? Yep, it actually opened today. The last couple times we streamed, we didn't get NQ opens. So yeah, we'll see. Directly in line on that 5-minuter. Yeah, no speed. I was hoping for some speed. It might be a slow open. And again, over yesterday's close is going to be a little bit more long, but yeah, we're not getting any speed, even though the VIX is high. That's all right. 40-some seconds. Again, there's no candle, so nothing to short, nothing to long. We got to wait till one of our targets click into a hit here. Then we could actually play. Kind of holding that 10 SMA. I don't know if it wants to pop first beforehand or not. We got to get a candle developed here. We don't got much, that's for sure. There's our GP indicator. We got to hide our VWAP that's in the way. There we go. Generally speaking, we get a long back up to that GP a lot of the time. We should, anyway. So just a long pop up to this one, 5,007. And again, I'm not playing this because there's no speed, so nothing to really do. It should pop up there. And of course, if there's no speed, there's no volatility, there's no snapping, we're not going to play any of that. We're going to watch for that 5K, and we're just going to sit on the sidelines and do nothing. Can't trade any of this nonsense. The market is open. We're getting a bunch of glitches. The market is open. Gotta love those. All right, downside a little bit here. Again, above long is GP, so if we come down for that golden pocket tag, fantastic. We just lost 5K, fantastic. Maybe we'll get a 5-minute candle to play here. We got 2 1-minute candles worth of no GP tags coming down for now. Again, we shoulda, woulda, coulda went to the upside, so of course we didn't, because that would have been the easiest case scenario. So we're going to crash all the way down to the GP. That's where our long sentiment starts, right? As we always draw it right here. Golden pocket. That's where the longs are going to start. Same with the NQ, I think. Yep. And yep. Cool. Yep, nothing to do. No trades. Unfortunately, we got a week open, which no volatility, no slamming around, no fun. Just boring. Coulda, woulda, shoulda been fun, but it wasn't. Watching 5K over under. That's a big one if we start to range back up. We just tagged that GP. That's what we needed. So if we get into that GP here, we want to see that come back up, because we just tagged it. Remember, that's where the support watch starts, is the GP. So we tagged into that GP. Now we can look long if we start to hold here. We got 2 minutes left on these candles, so nothing too impressive as far as looking for support or anything like that. It's not going to be anything cool. Did we get the 1 minute down here? We still have room to go down, obviously, on this downside here. We got 49.60 support. That's about the first thing we see down there. Ish, yeah. We'll see if she goes in it. We got a lot of room down here. We lost 5K really easily, so it's going to be butter. Probably won't get a trade then if we do that. We're just going to be watching, like you said. But we did take the GP, so if we do start to see a Little tiny bit of upside, maybe, just maybe, we could recover. But if not, the 1 minute GPs are open, and we got a long way down, friends. 21 points to be exact, right from here, which is my assumption should scam down. All you got to do is look at the speed. It's really easy to see that. That's why we put this candle down here on the channel at open. So again, can't trade any of this. It's all easy scam. It's going to come down. Duh. Easy short continuation there, but the bounce point is key. So we'll be looking for that. If she ever becomes a bounce point here, we'll see. I'm just going to be watching until we get the zones now, since we called anything over under that 5K. We opened up right into the 5K pretty much, and then womp, 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 straight down. Now we got this GP down here on the 1 minute as called. We can start looking for long at our long sentiment. Obviously, the speed of the open was very easy to read as far as the algos are concerned. Scam Ola. I'm going to switch over to this one over here. Yeah, nothing to do. Did we get the 1 minute NQ? We did not. Yep, still further down to go. Oh, we got the 3820 on NQ. NQ doesn't matter. It's always ES. NQ is nothing compared to SPY. It's the real market versus fake scam nonsense. We gotta put this 1 minute. All these charts are so far away. Yeah, we got down to 1760, 17,040. Long way down until our channel we drew down here on Z1 minute. Because remember, that golden pocket was not tagged down there. Nice and easy. Oh, nice, Mouthfrost. Glad to have you, buddy. Looks like it was an accidental long. Yeah, the video that we just posted was pretty funny. I completely messed up the fibs, but that's the best learning experiences when you don't do something correct. Then you learn. The land of opportunity. Well, we shied the GP, so we're getting another no trade day. I'm kind of watching the on these fresh expresses over here. I'll pull this over here, but these right here, this GP on the NQ, it's the same thing. It's just a 1 minute GP. Then it came down, didn't hit the GP, scammed everybody, shied it, came back to 100. Now it's going to go. So again, it's just giving my trade style a hard time. We keep releasing all these to the public, and then the algos get adjusted. This has been happening to us for 8 years. This is why we don't release too much on YouTube anymore. I definitely don't release anything else that I haven't. I will not either. Only privates now. Everything I release always gets patched. The algo's at work. So yeah, we're looking for the downside here. 49.60 NQ down to 17.045 or so. Again, we got multiple GPs above us now. It's all missed trades. Nothing hit. And if you watch my live videos and our teaching class and everything else, we do not touch things at all unless it is able to tag. We don't even bother. Unless you get an absolute tag of something, you don't trade. The GP 5 minutes working out perfect for that long over there in ES, but we didn't get it on NQ, so no thanks. We always call that just the next game. We didn't hit any GPs on ES either, so it's going to go further. People are going to think this is a bounce zone, and they're going to get rudely awakened. Down to the GP 17.064. I'm going to take a quick scalp down to the GP after failing the 100. So what we want to see here is a quick snap to 17.064. Got kind of a bonkers fill. We got to stay under 17,100 on the MNQs here. Kind of a boring trade, but we're going to take it from 17,100 down to 17,064.75. If we get any speed. If not, it's just going to scam and go back up to the tops. But we have downside right here after this consolidation. No 10s. So I'm short at 0.9250 right now on the NQ. Looking for a slice down to the golden pocket here. And it should be a little trade here. We just got the golden pocket underneath, and we just got to get it down to 17.064.75. Would be a pretty big scalp. About 1,000. We kind of got to be careful. I shouldn't go for that much, actually, because these are fresh accounts, but we got confidence. We got the confirmation on the top of that 0. Little more downside, I think, will be okay. We'll take one off just to be safe. We'll ride one down. We don't want to be too greedy. We'll go for like 500 bucks. Just in case we get our butt kicked. 17,100 needs to be resistance, or we're going to come all the way back up, shy all the GPs. Stop out for me is 114. So 17,114. But pretty confident in GP, at least a little taggy on the 1 minute. So I'm going to hold on tight to my 092.50 short for now. Yeah, see what we get out of her. ES has got a couple scams above it too. So if we do start to break back up, it's just going to be a scam chop day. And this is what we usually see pre-FOMC, as I just discussed in the YouTube video we just released too. Every time we get pre-FOMC, FOMC is the next day. Stock action just goes boring, just done. Don't even trade them. I don't even trade seriously at all tomorrow pre-FOMC. FOMC priors are always slow nonsense. There's no reason to trade them at all. You get nothing sandwiches all day, and you get a bunch of shies like we're seeing right now. The 10 SMA needs to kind of pop and be resistance, I think, here. So don't short lows right here. Make sure you get a decent entry. We're popping around flat with a one lock-in of like 180 bucks. So nothing, pretty essentially nothing. That's zero green. What you're looking to see is the 10 SMA become resistance again. So you're just going to watch this 1 minute right here come into the 10 SMA for resistance. We hit all of our supports on ES. I was waiting for a 1 minute tag there. Looks like we're going to get scammed. Yeah, it just pushed me out of my stop already. Let's see. DP. Yeah, it'll fail it again. It just needs the 10 SMA tag here and it'll go down. I'll probably just hop right back in. Anything under the 10 will be a win-win here. Yeah, we should be fine with that. And then down to 17,065 and a quarter. Just need a new candle. We can put the NQ over here if you guys are looking at that as well. I'm kind of looking at it on all four different screens here, but we're looking at that NQ 10 SMA as well. And then we're looking at the 1 minute no GP tag. So if the 1 minute 10 SMA becomes a good resistance here, you will come down to the golden pocket of this 1 minute as we discussed. Same as ES, no difference. But you're going to be targeting right here for the short as long as it stays under. So I'm looking to get short here if we start breaking under, and I'll re-enter the trade. And if not, it's just going to scam, and it'll be a no trade day, $300 red for me. Because if it doesn't stay under here, it's gonna disregard all support resistance, and the algos that they're running right here are just nonsense scams. So we don't play those. If they start shying back forth, and again, it's pre-FOMC, so these days very, very lackluster here. But if we get some speed under the 10, sure, I'll take a little bit. I'll take a little chunk. We got to get speed under the 10 though. Right now we're just sitting on it. So we need the candle to break through. And if not, she's guaranteed to come right back up, and she'll be flying way up here before it drops. And that'll be worst case scenario for both ends because it hit no support on the GPs down here. It did not hold any kind of resistance at the 10. So it's just going to be anybody's ball game for as far as the algos are concerned. It's just going to go slamming up. And that would be just a no trade day for me. So it's over under 17,113, and we got to stay short bias under 17,100. So once it breaks to the downside at 17,100 and under, then I'll get short. But if not, we're just going to sit here and stare at the nothingness because it's going to hold this 10 shy. It's going to come all the way up here, and then it'll slam down later on in the day if we don't get this trade to speed up to the downside right now. So ES is really helping out with that 5 minute GP. That's the, I wouldn't say worrisome part of it, but it's pretty much the scam because ES is always the better market. Never trade NQ. I never recommend that. Always trade ES. ES is always the best. She'll give you the good trades, boys. All right, I'll fib out this one on the 1 minute so you can see this one too. We're going for under this short. And as you see, ES holding, NQ not holding, right? So NQ can blast up out of nowhere because of ES's hold. They rubber band. We call this rubber banding all the time. You'll see ES start to hold like this ahead of time. NQ is not. And then you'll see just a random NQ slammaroo. So we can't get short until we're under 17,100 clean breaking. And then I'll max out here. We're at 102.50. So again, there's no speed. This is a very boring open. I wish we would have got some volatility. But that's all right. We'll see if we get the break. All right, there's the break. Can we get a continue? Slide in. Let's go. I got a really good entry on that. Cool. I like entries like that. She's got to start slipping and sliding for me here. We just need 17,000. I'd get out a little ahead of time on the GP shy here. I'm going to get out at 17,060, probably 4 like ahead of time here. 65 maybe. We'll see what it looks like on the way down. So it looks crappy. I don't want to, you know, because we can delete the red right now pretty easily. We're up about the Loch Ness Monster right now until this thing comes back around. But if it shoots back over 17,100 again, it's going to be 10 SMA dominant. And the ES is the only fear here. If ES gets over that 497786, it's going to be dragging the Qs. Remember, Qs is the rubber band scam. Always look at ES. See right there. So I instantly closed out immediately right at entry. Boom. Zero flattered that one because of ES, exactly as we called it. When ES breaks back up, don't even worry about what's happening on NQ. That is a nothing chart. I trade NQ off ES a lot of the time, so it pushed me out twice. 423.40. All right, we got one chance. I give everything 3 chances. 1, 2, 3, coil, volume, and breakdown. What's the 5 minutes say? Lower GP here, no volume. No, yeah, this is kind of rough. The RSI is kind of there. We need some speed. What do we got here? Yeah, sentiment's still fine. We just need to get under 17,100 with some actual speed. Ooh, we just got a gap candle there. 1 minute opened up way over the close. Last 1 second of the candle. It's not a true gap where there's anything above the wick, but when we see the movement like that, it's scam. So I'm still out. I got kicked out of my trade for the second time, and we're red 423.40. I'm ready to jump back in right now under 17,100 with speed. But if ES is not under the 100 fib, like we just discussed a million times, we cannot be short on the NQ unless it's a leader. So we need it to be like this. Let me delete this. Like this. NQ is turning into the leader right now. But ES is holding the 10. We're kind of going for that VWAP. So I can't get back in because ES is showing me support. And rubber band clearing. I don't know. We'll see. No structure break there either. Cheesy candles, man. Cheesy candles. What are we looking at? I don't think Q's has any speed down here. Lazy open, 410.17. Any structure low, I'll scalp down to the 50 now. But because ES is going high, I can't get long because I know what happens in rubber band scenarios like this. So the NQ is showing resistance and under our level, but the ES is showing on and over. There's no way I'm shorting that. ES has to break, and then I'll go short at NQ. The rubber band effect, you have to know both. SPY's the real market. NQ is literally nothing. Only play it as a shadow. ES is the only market. Only shadow play NQ, man. I'm telling you. All right, that was a really good open. I'm going to jump in this one. Orders out 17,065 and a quarter. We're about to delete this 423.40 red. Get to that GP. Get to that GP. Get to that GP. Order filled. Damn, that was fast. All right. There we go. One express done. We got, I can't see, I'm blind, 1,073.80 out of that trade. We deleted a 423 red on that one. And we scalped her into the 1 minute GP. Let's look for the long. Come on. We need this GP tag. We still got further down to go, guys. Don't long yet. Don't long yet. Don't long yet. We are inside that 1 minute box from the last candle here. Or not the last candle, but the last push here. No GP. And once we're inside that candle, we require retracement, right? Because we're coming from extension. You guys understand? Let me do a little mini lesson for you guys. On the left-hand panel, no, let's just make it big. On NQ panel here, we had to use the SPY for this one, or ES rather. So check out this candle, 1 minute high-low, right? So we got our 1 minute high-low, pulls up, no 1618 to rejection. So what we usually look for when we draw a fib is it to go to the 1618. And a lot of the times it can come back to the 100 before it goes to the 2618. We've seen this scenario multiple times now where we come into a day where we shy it. And this is one of those cases. The 1 minute is drawn here, gets to the 1618, never comes back to the 100, goes 2618. So as long as it fails the 2618, goes back under the 1618, 100, and golden pocket that it left open back here. So the Fibonacci does a recycle. It goes all the way up to the 2618, breaks the 1618, breaks the 100, goes to the golden pocket. That's the play that we wanted to make. I didn't notice until just now, of course, that we had this shy. It's the second time I did that today. I would have went a little heavier on that trade, but that's okay. All right, let's look for the longs now, guys. We got the last GP here, and I think we'll get a scalp long because of the opening GPs. So let's move to the 5-minute chart. Let's move to ES. I don't want to be smacking stuff around here. Boom, I get this account up. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 49. There she is. Hey, nice job, Zach. Get it. No, it's all you, buddy. I didn't do anything. No, thank me, buddy. You click the buttons. That's your trade. I'm not responsible for your greens or reds. That is all you, brother. Nice job for you, though. If you're taking hints and you're trading the trade that you see valuable, it's all you, brother. All right, where's the 5-minute? Boom. All right, let's change some sentiment. Let's get some new stuff on the screen. Bam. 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 Oh, shit. Bam. There we go. I love being up $1,000 start the next day. Awesome. All right. What do we got? 5-minute chart. No GP, no GP, right? Okay. We got a double no GP tag. Do we got a 100 tag? No 100? Wait. VWAP, get out of the way, man. Okay, we got a 100 tag. All right. First 5-minute candle. Downsided. Fib. And we're going to look for the long now. I'm probably going too slow. It's probably going to long before I can even get to it because the 1-minute GP was hit. Whoa. Yep, it's already going green a little bit here. Oh, we didn't even hit it yet. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Don't panic. 423.6, 321. This is a hard candle to pick. I think I'm not gonna use the first candle. I'm gonna pick the second candle. Anybody know why? Anyone take a guess? Why are we gonna fib out the second candle here instead of the first candle open? Anybody? Bueller? Take a wild guess. Okay, I'm going to delete this. All right, best case scenario, long entry right there. Fair value gap? Partial. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm not huge on fair value gaps. I'm huge on no take GPs. It is bigger. Yeah, that is definitely a structure. We talk about structure a lot. More tags. Yeah, but what is it tagging? I'll give you that one. What's it tagging though? Why is this candle right here more important than the other? What's the low of this candle and what's the next candle hit? What does this candle hit? That is 100% right, Steve, on tags, but what does it tag? And this is our long entry right here, guys. I just posted it up. What we're looking for. We still have no GP tag on that 1 minute on ES, so we definitely have room down. 10 SMA? Nope, no tag on that guy. That's the first one. We totally got a 10 SMA on the first tag, but the second candle right here has no 10 SMA tag. VWAP I deleted, I'm not sure. The answer is actually, 1, it's because it's bigger. 2, it tags something. Hold on. Get ready here. Get ready. And the answer is 5,000. It's 5,000. It's the first 5,000 tag right here. Big psychological sentiment number. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm gonna find it. Where's my account? Holy shit, we're not even open. All right, there we go. All right, I'm into my long characteristics here. I'm getting some. I'm gonna do MESs here. I'm gonna try to manage this one. So what we're looking for is a hold of this pocket back up. I mean, generally speaking, 1618 would be kind of fun here, but we'll see. It's going to be T1 for the 2618. T1. Order filled. Average 49.59. It's going to be target 2. Why are the dogs barking like crazy here? Checking my cameras. Hold on. I don't know why the dogs are going crazy. Oh. All right, I'm getting long. I'm adding a little bit here. Maybe not. Yeah, no, we're okay. We're just on MESs, so worst case scenario, we bounce lows or something like that. Very small. 49.50 would be a good psychological support on ES here. I've only got like 3 MES guys. So we're down like $30. So or $50. I don't really want to go too heavy on this one because it could wash. But we're doing okay. I'm gonna keep adding in. My average is 49.56 and a quarter. I'm just gonna keep plugging away here, just a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. Then we're gonna start seeing those retraces potentially. So. There we go, back to green. Added one more time. 49.55 average. That'll be about my last add here. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get a scalp to the upside here. 2618 is hopefully one of the long scalps we're going to get here. Again, I only got about 5. I don't want to go too crazy in any of this stuff. The 423.60 right here, that can be a decent support as well. But we're looking to get back up right here. Hey, there we go. Fat green. Let's go. Get up there. Get up there. I want to get to the 2618, which is up here where the T1 is. See that on the screen? I would like to get up here. So 49.7, about a 25-point trade. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good fills so far. You can kind of see it on the screen. This is so tiny I can't see up here, but this is where we're catching our MESs on this count. We're up 67 locked in, about 280 something right now. We're going to get that secondary peel up here, hopefully. I got to get this back down. I can't see a damn thing. There we go. And then we always do break-even stops. So I'd like to get up to 2. So that's best case scenario. I'm going to take a little bit of profit as we go up because we're up about 300 and something right now, 350. So you always want to lock in a little bit on the way up. Okay, we got realized gains of 222. We got open P&L of about 185. We're rocking 5 MES. We had 10. So if we get back up to 49, 63, 75, sure. We'll get her. Let's go, team. Positivity. Toxic positivity, friends. That's what you need in life, I'm telling you. Mutual beneficial for the mindset and trading. I'm going to move my target one so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. Please don't follow any of these trades. I'm the worst trader ever. Not financial advice or whatever keeps me out of jail or whatever the people say on YouTube here. Looking good. Locked in a tad bit more profit there. I always lock in on the peel, guys. Remember, we're adding in down here. We purchased here. We're up 14.5. That's a snazzy trade. We got 3 left on. I locked in 2 of the 5. I'm going for my target. And I hear the kids walking in the house. Oh, it's kiddo time, baby. I can't wait to see my babies. 20 points total on this 10 SMA loop to the downside. And this is best case scenario as we slowly edge out of the trade here. That's the key to keeping profits. I'm out of 90% of my trade already. I got long here. We got up about $300. Longed again, $400. Now we got a realized gain of $490 already on this trade. On micros only, and we only got 2 left here. We got open P&L. We have 1 left here. We have open P&L of $65. Just in case it knocks back down. Because remember, confirmation, you know, just because we nailed the first tag, which you hear me scream at you guys all the time. All the time. What was the first tag here, guys? What's my favorite new Fibby we're using? What's first tag? Why did I long it right here? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, T1, get up there. Give me my 20 points so I can go hang out with my babies. We're 1,073. I'm going to close down this count over here. So we're up 1,000. 361. Thanks, Rob. That's right. 3618 Fibonacci. So the 5-minute we picked because of the 5,000 psychological, and it's bigger, which you guys got right, Steve, I think. And then we walked it down. 1618, 2618, boom, 3618. I start to get aggressive at the 3618, and I like to walk it back up to the 2618 on a Fibonacci recycle like this. So again, I only got 1 left. We're up like 70 some bucks. Let me bring it back up here. I don't like copy trading. This isn't an alert service, so don't do what I do. You'll lose money. Or whatever the YouTubers say. 49.70 is pretty much key here. So we could do like an out at 49. I like to always get in and out early. So like a 49.69 would be cool. Right before the absolute target, right? Because if it does come back down, we have to manage, right? Because it comes, you know, hits that 10. And remember, first tags are just scalps, guys. And we always do BEs on scalps. So if I put a BE on there, that means my platform should stop out right here at BE just in case, right? Because if we get a candle that comes out of freaking nowhere and just wipes me out, we can't be doing that. We need our stops. Is that your don't attempt this at home? Pretty much. Don't light this firework. You will definitely lose fingers. Anything over the 3.618, we're just going 2.618, boys. 20-some points on MES. And again, this is a slow speed, so I'm not going to be as aggressive as what I usually do, especially we're rebuilding a lot of these accounts. We did 29 green days on Topstep in a row consecutive without a single miss, which I order filled. Hey, we're done. Cool. Flatten all the other ones, so make sure. And we're going to get that target. I'm just out early, in early all the time. We manage that accessibility with micros. Hope that makes sense for you guys. Ah, smoke shit. Get back here. Shoot. Stuff. Okay, I can't see over here. There we go. All right, target one hit. I'm it. I'm out. You see me put the order in? We're done there. 535 plus 1,000 on the other count. Another $1,500 open. Woo, woo, woo. Hell yeah, boys. Is that your donuts? Yeah, definitely. When it hits the 2.618, would you consider that first tag? Nope, that's a recycle tag, Zach, because on the way down, we actually hit that first. And for the second question there, can I show you how you calculated the recycle level? Sure. The recycling is just the action hitting the level. So let's talk about it real fast here. Let's make it nice and big. Bear with me here. I'm not an influencer, nor do I know anything about freaking technology. I know a lot about psychology and trading, though, so bear with me here. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, I messed that up. Wait. All right, close enough. You guys can see that, right? Yeah, it looks good. Okay. So how did we know? What is recycling, and how do we go back down to the downside, right? So the 2.618 was already hit, so let's answer both those questions real quick before we get off. Now, for what you guys see here, the Fibonacci is created on that second candle. We picked this candle because of 5,000, right? And the golden pocket was our over-under. And we should return and recycle all the way back up to this level minimal. I'm a scalper. I like to get in, get out. I could have held one up here. And in all honesty, my entry will probably net a 35-point move, but 20 is perfectly fine for me, okay? So this candle was picked because of those reasons, right? 5K, we pointed to the downside. Now let's talk about the price action. It goes outside. Remember, retrace is inside the Fibonacci. Extensions are outside of the Fibonacci, right? So we broke out of the Fib box. We hit the 1.618, boom. Hit the 2.618, boom. Hit the 3.618. If you can't see it, I'll move it over to the right. Maybe that'll clean it up a little bit for you. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, 1.618, 2.618, 3.618. Almost hit the 4.23, which is right here. We right there. First tag. I don't really use the 2.618. And I'm not even going to ask why. I'm just going to answer this question. But I don't use the 2.618 right now enough is because the VIX is too high. When the VIX is at 40, 50, 60, we can expect bigger slips in action, right? So in price action, the higher the VIX, the bigger the slips, okay? And the slips are how easy something kind of goes sailing through price action. So if I had a big candle and it was supposed to hold support at like a big weekly level and it just smashes through, it smashes through levels because the volatility index is so high. Volatility index equals fear, high slippage through the candles. It means the candles are not going to find support at a very good area, okay? So with that being said, that's the recycle. So 5 minute, it recycled 1.618, 2.618, 3. And then my favorite recycle is cycling the opposite way because we came from the top and we are moving down. So the down move is tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. Tag 3, and I'm really big. If you hear me on my videos, market loves things that come in threes. So we got 1 move, 2 move, 3 move. What does that mean for Fibonacci? 1 Fibonacci, 2 Fibonacci, 3 Fibonacci. Another reason why the 3.618 is my new favorite because the VIX is high and it usually slips the 2.618 nowadays and goes right to the 3.618. And that's what a recycle is. So it recycled or cycled rather first and then recycled to the upside because what's opposite of down? Up, right? So we got the cycle to the downside, hit the 3.618, recycled to the 2.618. Now your next leg up is finding confirmation from the 2.618 to the 1.618, and that would continue the recycle. Recycle, right? Not regular cycle, because we already cycled to the downside, hit every fib. Now we're recycling up, but I don't play those to the upside very often. I only play the 3.618 to the 2.618 right now because of the market conditions. So I hope that helps you. Mr. 72, what's up, brother? Which fib tool are you using to map this out? This is just the regular old Thinkorswim one, buddy. So when you click this right here, and it's just the Fibonacci tool, and it's just it. You can edit them to whatever I got. I only use 38, 20, 50, and 61.8. We call that the golden pocket here. And the high-low is always 0 to 100 wherever you play it. But I just color-coded them myself. 1 618, 2 618, those are standards. 3 618, you can put on there if you don't have it. And then the 4 23 6. Those are all just standard, guys. So if you right-click the Fibonacci, there's no changes. It's just a standard old Fibonacci tool from the Thinkorswim. Nothing cool. No custom codes on this guy. We do have custom codes for any members that join up at BRT here. If you are a Thinkorswim user or TradingView, we got a lot of talented members. We have hundreds of members that are just crazy coders and lots of really good guys that will build ThinkScript for us. And it's all free. It's only one tiny little $100 and some a month. And shit, if you want a discount code, just message me on X. I'll give you a discount code too. It's not about the money. I don't need any money. I don't sell courses. We don't flex Lambos here. I do this for a living all day, every day, and retired very early because of it. I don't need anything from you guys. But if you want to learn, it is, you know, respectful to all the other members that have been subscribed to me for 7-8 years of streaming, which we've been doing for almost a decade now. And there is just a small fee. Actually, RJ, got a whole video lesson on that. There's an entire Saturday lesson. Can I post links in the YouTube chat? How do I do that? Let me post this before I leave real quick here. Yeah, I have an entire hour lesson with answering questions on our live stream. If you go to my YouTube, go to live streams. These are literally everything I teach for free every Saturday, noon Central Time. I just do a live lesson for anybody that's interested and wants to. I'll answer every question you guys got, you know, free on YouTube, obviously. Use fibs correctly. There we go. That sounds like the live lesson to have. Let me post it in the chat for you here. Can I do that? Hey, look at that. It worked. So that link right there will take you to the use fibs correctly. I go over a whole free thingy that just tells you how I view Fibonacci and how I use them. Oh, thanks, LBT. No problem, buddy. Well, my kiddos did get home. They must be done with the birthday party. So I got a little green to start tomorrow. Nice little $1,500. Not a bad day to kick it off. I do put out recaps every single day, but I appreciate you guys subscribing and tuning in. We do run a streaming service. I do this live with screen share 24/7 every single day the market's open. My ass will be right in this chair, and I'll be narrating the whole market with entry, exits, sentiment, why it's going to work, why it's not going to work, so on and so forth. Check some of the videos. We do some pretty good predictions. You can follow me over at Garage Trader 33 on X. I also post some freebies there. And go ahead, if you got some free time, you can scroll back in my history and see how accurate I am. I don't miss much. I can promise you that. It's all timestamped. Can't edit it on X. Can't delete it. Can't do nothing. I'm not wrong a lot, to be honest. I've been doing this for the better part of 15 years, and I'm just here to help. So any questions you guys got, please reach out and just help us grow as a community. You guys take care. Have a good one. We're going to get with the kiddos. And that'll be it. So, again, links in the description, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Trade safe.